Welcome back, everybody. This is Dave Z.
And I'm Bree Molitor.
And you are tuning in to the 2018 Northern Rock Racing Series Round 1, sponsored by Nitro Gear and Axle. We've already raced one hill today. This is our second and final hill. You guys joined us just in time. How you doing, Bree?
Oh, I'm doing great. We've got sunshine. We've got rock bouncing. What more can you need for a nice Saturday afternoon?
Absolutely. Now, we've got Gilbert Hollingsworth on the line. He and his dad, Clayton, are racing today. Clayton actually took the first hill.
Yes, he did. He got sitting in first place so far for Hill 1, followed by Matt Schisler in second place.
Big horsepower, Matt Schisler. And then in third place, we have none other than Tim Cameron.
That's right.
And separate, what was it? 0.3 of a second?
Something like that. Not much.
0.03 of a second, maybe. Separating him and Bubba
Bacon in fourth place.
It's been one heck of a day for rock bouncing.
You know, I think this second hill is potentially going to even be more exciting than the first one. Those stair step and rock ledges on Hill 1, if you joined us for that, those were challenging, but those buggies made it look pretty easy. We had a couple little issues we had a few DNFs, one tip over from Jack Porter. But this hill too, this could potentially be pretty interesting. So I'm curious to see. You know, it's always different when you're standing at the bottom of the hill, when you're looking at it. I was out there looking at it with the guys earlier. Always looks different until you actually get somebody out there running up the hill. So I'm very interested to see what these buggies make of Hill 2 and especially that ledge at the top.
We're a few minutes out. We've got to let the viewership build up because we have some incredibly exciting drivers about to take off. We have Gilbert Hollingsworth first, and then we have the patriarch of the Kirkus Circus, Roland Kirkus, next, and then the leader in the National Cup currently, Bubba Bacon, running third. That's our the first three on our running order, and then of course we have. I'm actually wearing his signature shirt as my undershirt, Mr. Will Stewart.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Yeah, just a fun fact. So, speaking of...
Well, and then who's our fifth driver? Let's round out top five.
Some guy named Bobby.
Bobby?
Ricky Bobby?
Tanner?
Bobby Tanner.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Bobby Tanner, if you didn't see Hill 1's performance, Bobby was not himself in a good way. He was more reserved than you would have seen him in years past.
Yeah.
But... he said at the beginning of the season that he was going for consistency.
Yeah.
And he didn't really lay it up, but he showed a little bit more restraint than most of us would have given him credit for, and it was really refreshing to see. He made it up the hill, had a great time, and...
that means that he might just be ready to unleash on Hill 2, though.
Yes.
So,
and
we're starting off strong here with these first five drivers, so it's going to be a good show.
Absolutely. So we are just about getting ready to kick it off. We are at Wildcat Offroad Park in eastern Kentucky. It's beautiful here. We're just right outside of London, which is the Hollingsworth backyard. They're about 10 minutes from the park. And we're going to be back here with the action in a minute. Hello, everybody. This is the 2018 Northern Rock Racing Series Round 1, Hill 2, sponsored by Nitro Gear and Axle. We have Gilbert Hollingsworth on the line. We're about to get the time clock up there. You're hanging out with Dave Z and Bree Molitor. We're glad to be hanging out with you guys on this lovely Saturday
Look at that
afternoon.
awesome crowd down there that you can see. This park is so spectator friendly for these hills.
I tell you what, Kentucky has come out in huge numbers today. Now listen, people, we're not asking you for money. This is a free episode, but I need you to please, 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 please hit the share button and support these drivers.
Oh, hung up on a tree there. Man, and he just can't seem to get out of that rut.
And Gilbert helps out so many of these drivers building these UTV chassis.
There he goes.
And he's out the top. Our current leader.
This is going to be a quick hill.
Yeah, with 54.15, 54.15 seconds. For those of you tuning in just now, this is the 2018 Northern Rock Racing Series Round 1, sponsored by Nitro Gear and Axle. This is the second hill of the day. We just got through our first driver, Gilbert Hollingsworth. We have Roland Kirkus on deck. Please, people, I need you to share this. Hit the share button. Share, share, share.
Cassie Stewart, I will be back in a buggy one of these days, I promise. The Avenger needs some tranny work right now. So, needs a little TLC in the shop, and then Chad Molitor and I will get back out to one of these events in the driver's seat, hopefully sooner rather than later this year.
Roland Kirkus.
Saved by the tree.
It looks like we got a thumbs up. Thumbs up, Roland Kirkus. Outstanding. Is that Clayton?
Special thanks to our RCV recovery crew. Doing a great job getting everyone taken care of on the hills today.
And while the RCV recovering crew is getting everybody getting Roland back on all fours, Bree, let me ask you a question.
Oh boy.
How crazy do you have to be to get into one of these things and hit these? Like right now, it looks to the folks who really haven't been out to the park to see what these hills look like. What's it like staring one of these hills dead in the face, since you obviously are a driver?
I mean, these hills are pretty intimidating, especially the second one. It doesn't have those, ledges, stair steps cut into it like the first hill did to kind of, I don't know, ease things up a little bit, in the middle. So it doesn't look like as much looking down this camera angle that we've got here as it does obviously from the bottom. But this is a steep hill, and that rock ledge that just sent rolling down the hill, it's no joke. Gilbert made it look pretty easy flying up over it. He had a good line, but
now
this hill's it's intimidating.
A lot of people have been asking today what your buggy's up to these days, the Avenger buggy.
Yeah.
I understand that you have a blown transmission.
Tranny, yeah. my dad, Chad Molitor, and I were out getting some seat time and lost reverse, and, in the training. It was a sneaking suspicion that something was going on, so we need to rebuild the tranny, do a couple other things, needs a little TLC, but the Avenger it's alive and well. We'll get it back out as soon as we can.
All right, folks, here's the deal. We're going to pay some bills. It's going to take a few seconds. Stick with us. If you haven't already, I need you to hit that share button. If you love what we're doing, if you love the sport of rock bouncing, hit that share button and come on back with Bree and myself after this message.
Raw power, we crave. Hammer down, throttle over. Nitro knows differentials, and Nitro knows power. With a range of parts to meet all needs. Quality, all conditions.
Hello, everybody. This is Dave Z. Who are you?
I was going to see if you were going to do it for me. Hey, guys, I'm Bree Molitor. We're hanging out at Wildcat Offroad Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky. If you're just joining us, this is the Hill 2 of today's Round 1 of the Northern Rock Racing Series. And Roland Kirkus just had a rollover on the hill, unfortunately, but he's good. They're getting him taken care of and off the hill. And who do we have coming up?
Does anybody know anything about some big block action? Do we have any big block fans out there?
I think we've got to have at least one or two.
Yeah, maybe. But that Bacon Nation is growing by the day. One of the most exciting drivers this year. He is currently leading. After 2.5 races, he is currently leading in the national championship standings. He is in first place. And he's letting that big block scream.
Yeah, that buggy's been doing work this season.
That's right.
He's got it dialed in. You guys let us know where you're watching from. We love to hear from you and see all the widespread places that our rock racing fans are located. And we have the best fan base, really. I think we have some of the toughest and most dedicated fans that come to these events, in the mud and the cold, sitting out there all day. And then we love hearing from you guys that are watching online, too. Yeah,
big shout out to my buddy Scott Mills from West Tennessee. He's a big drag car guy. I wasn't going to say he's big into drag, but he is a drag car guy.
But you did anyway.
Yeah, my bad. Love you, Scott, and happy birthday to your wife, Lonnie, and your baby the day before yesterday, Miss Zarley. Where's everybody from? Yes, and if anybody was wondering, Bree is extremely competitive. Not only does she race buggies, but she just informed me that my phone is lagging and her phone is faster than my phone. So this is what we have to deal with here in the SRRS studios. And a huge
I
shout
see
out.
the comments first.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Mr. Clyde Bynum, not only for putting this big extravaganza on, but he is currently producing the show in the SRRS studios.
He's doing approximately like 437 things at once. So.
Yes. And he has to put up with
like
us.
Semi-talented, you know.
A little bit. All right, I see you guys are starting to share. If you haven't shared this feed yet, please do so right now. Folks like Bubba Bacon really, really, really appreciate it. Heck, I appreciate it. That's right. Bubba's about to drop it.
Like it's hot?
Like it's hot. Harlan, Kentucky, baby. Got people from all over the United States, all over the world.
It's awesome. I love seeing where
we had one person check in from Transylvania. I mean, seriously, Transylvania.
We had Latvia, Nicaragua, Australia.
That's right.
Got some Canadians.
Yes, a few Canadians. Alberta. I remember we had some Alberta. Toronto. British Columbia. Big shout out to Jordan Alexander of British Columbia. That's right.
There he goes. Uh-oh. Ooh, Bubba's in a tough spot there. That ledge is definitely kicking everyone over to that left side there, it looks like.
Was that not just the superfan Eric Hagen filming?
I didn't see him. Looks like we might have a flat tire. Yep.
What up, Heath Lawler?
Who put that tree stump out in the middle of the hill, huh?
I don't know, but I think Clayton was right. Clayton Hollingsworth sat in with us on the first hill and said he really, really, really wished he would have run first because this is going to get quite difficult.
Either he doesn't know he's got a flat or he just doesn't care.
I'm going to go for number 2.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good possibility.
If you're just tuning in, this is Bubba Bacon, baby.
Got it. Time of 100.17 for Mr. Bubba Bacon. Fighting out the top there, even with the flat tire.
Bacon Nation, TBR for the win. You guys who are just tuning in haven't missed much. This is 2018 NRRS Round 1. Sponsored by Nitro Gear and Axle. Currently, Gilbert Hollingsworth, local hero, is in first place with a time of 54.15. Roland Kirkus did not finish. He is a DNF. And in second place, we have Bubba Bacon with a 100.17. On the line is Mr. Postman himself in the Gone Postal Buggy.
All right, Cassie, you watching?
My friend and yours, Will Stewart of Batcave Customs. Heck of a nice guy. Moved all the way to Tennessee to be in the epicenter of rock bouncing from Texas.
That's dedication.
What did he move for? A job? Did he move for family? No. He moved to Tennessee to be in the heart of rock bouncing. Dedication. He lives in your neck of the woods, doesn't he?
He does. Middle Tennessee is the place to be for rock bouncing. Hello, Chad Molitor. Thanks for joining us.
You know Chad pretty well?
Yeah, he's a cool guy. We have the same last name. It's weird.
He's a fan of yours.
Chad Molitor is my co-pilot, my mechanic, my biggest fan.
Yeah.
Also my father.
What kind of bets are we talking? Tiffany Porter, she is taking bets on how Jack Porter is going to do. What are we talking? What are the odds?
As long as Venom doesn't faint again on the hill,
That's right.
I think we might be okay.
Here comes Will Stewart. He's been building a lot of razor cages lately.
Keeping that bat cave
Yeah.
busy.
If you haven't done it already, please hit the share button. Support the best drivers in the world.
I see a common theme of choosing the right sideline coming up the hill, but then they're all being forced over to the left here, so
I know
that's going to be a big rollover hazard if you can't get your line straight.
I know it's extremely hard to imagine how steep that hill is from that camera angle, but that is nearly vertical.
Right, it
there.
looks almost flat from
Yeah, it's
the
flat.
camera is up on the hill looking down, but it's not. I was at the bottom of this hill checking it out this morning. It's intimidating. It's steep. And this is a big ledge, this rock ledge here. So y'all don't go thinking that this hill is less than it is just because some of these drivers are making it look easy.
Come on, Will. And we are coming to you live from East Bernstadt, Kentucky, which is right outside of London, Kentucky. This is the third leg of the National Rock Racing Championship points race. The best in the world are all chasing those points.
Cody, Matt Schisler has not run on Hill 2 yet. Will Stewart is our fourth driver so far on this hill.
Come on, Will!
Oh, way to save it.
What a save from Will Stewart.
How big of a pit do you think is going to get dug out at the bottom of this ledge by the end of today, Dave?
You know, Will had the right idea. Just taking his time, trying to get that line, and then power over with a little bit of momentum.
I don't know if this is a hill that you can really afford to crawl so much without keeping up momentum, though, in that mud.
He's heating up those go forth
I'm
stickies.
having some deja vu watching Will smoking his tires.
Yeah,
It's like Bridgeport all over again.
he put a show on in Texas. Will has got 30 more seconds before they shut him down.
Got to preserve the hill as much as we can. Keep everything fair for all the racers today.
This is Will's last attempt before they shut him down. And what a save from Will. This man can drive. Give it up for Will Stewart. Yeah, he's a little hung up there.
I hate it when that happens.
Now, while we wait for Will to get down the hill, hit that share button, and we will be back with Bobby Tanner. You are not going to want to miss this. Bobby Tanner is on deck. We will be back in a few seconds. Stay tuned.
No matter how big or tough the job gets, Alpha Specialties has the trailer that's right for you at a great price.
Whether you're hauling ATVs, bulldozers, or whatever, Alpha Specialties has a lot full of trailers to fit your needs and an experienced service team that'll never let you down. Alpha Specialties is your one-stop shop for quality trailers, parts, and service.
Now offering customized North Star truck beds starting at $1,700 and Mission aluminum enclosed trailers with a lifetime warranty. Whatever you're hauling, Alpha Specialties will get you there.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Dave Z.
And I'm Bree Molitor.
And you are joining us for the 2018 Northern Rock Racing Series Round 1 here in Bernstadt, Kentucky. Who's the sponsor of this event?
Oh, Nitro Gear and Axle.
That's right. They take care of us. We really appreciate everything that they do for us.
That's right.
It is proving to be just like Clayton Hollingsworth said it was going to be. The more folks that hit that hill, the sloppier and tougher it's going to get.
Yeah, we can already see that, and we're only 4 drivers in. Rebecca Bacon, Bubba's time was 100.17, to answer your question.
There's only one other time so far, and that's Gilbert Hollingsworth with a 54.15. That is the time to beat.
Over that ledge.
54.15 seconds. It has been brutal. Roland Kirkus, he rolled down the hill. Will Stewart with 2 amazing saves. The man can drive, and we really need to get him in the studio, because what folks don't understand about most of these drivers, yeah, sure, it's an adrenaline thing. They love doing it. It's a personal deal, but you know what? Even more than that, for most of them, they love putting a show on for you guys and for us, for all of us. So we'd love to get a driver's perspective. Maybe we can get Will Stewart to join us in the studio in a bit. But speaking of putting on a show, who's next up, Bree?
Oh, man. We have got Mr. Bobby Tanner himself about to hit this hill, and now he held back a little on Hill 1, or so it seemed, from down here. So I'm real curious to see what he unleashes on Hill 2 now.
Absolutely. So I know a couple of you people are getting sick of hearing it, but here's the deal. This is, for you guys, a free broadcast, and the only thing that we're asking you to do is just share it. These drivers are putting on a show. Show them some love. Hit the share button.
That's right.
Hey, I appreciate it, Jeff Devlin. I do my best. All right? So, How's everybody doing? We're having a great time here. The weather turned out to be perfect in the London, Kentucky area, Bree.
It sure did. Yesterday it was a little disappointing, but we've got sunshine today and some warmer temperatures. So we are having a good day out here.
Well, we've got people from all over the world. Do us a favor. Drop us a line in the comments section. Let us know where you're from. Let everybody know where you're from. And I appreciate everybody sharing this. It's great for the sport. It's great to help this sport grow.
Yeah.
It's Bree Molitor right there. Hey, Bree. When are you bringing When are you bringing the Avenger buggy out? How many times have you heard that in the past week or two?
Oh, I don't know. Once or twice.
Yeah.
Chad Molitor just said that he was in the shop pulling out the tranny, so he commented a little while ago. So
outstanding.
Good job, Dad.
Yeah, we can't. So basically, you guys are going to have it at Bikini Bottoms next month, and you're going to be racing at Bikini Bottoms. Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't think you heard that, Dave.
Chad, am I right, Chad? I mean,
well, we'll see what happens.
And you know what's really cool? I heard from a couple of drivers that folks are actually having these bouncer parties and UTV parties where they're watching the live feed and catching their favorite drivers in like this big party on the big screen.
Because that's better than watching football.
I think. Like soccer or American football, whatever it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you're just joining us, we're here at Wildcat ORV in East Bernstadt, Kentucky, kicking off the Northern Rock Racing Series. We're on Hill 2 of the Bouncer class. We had the UTVs go yesterday. You can catch that on the Southern Rock Racing Facebook page if you want to see what you missed. And talking about the rest of the season, if you want to be able to come to an event and experience it in person, go to SRRS.rocks, our website, and you can find all the event schedules there, find one that's going to be close to you, and you can make your plans to come out here and see all this in person for a weekend. Plus, there is apparel that you can buy on the website. There's driver profiles, point standings, everything you need to know. And now Mr. Bobby Tanner is about to show this hill. What's up?
The Godfather. Look at that, Bobby Tanner!
Come on,
Bobby Tanner!
That's how it's done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new leader. He smoked it. Bobby Tanner with a 27.88 second run. Outstanding. Jack Porter from Spider Off-Road just dumped in a freshened up motor in Screaming Blue, and I tell you what, it showed right there. Bobby's restraint is proving to be incredibly successful. Congratulations on that huge run, Bobby. Bobby is currently sitting in 5th place overall for the National Cup points. And it looks like we have Timmy Sorensen from Timmy Chuck Racing on the line. Another exciting driver. Timmy's going to need some momentum. I think he's going to have to back down some.
Yes, this hill is is not your friend if you've not been able to keep up the momentum. That mud is getting too nasty out there. I think he's going to have a hard time getting back where he needs to go.
How many people out there want to get Bobby Tanner in the studio? Let us know if you want to see Bobby come on the show here in a minute.
I'd like to have Bobby come on the show.
And if you do, please start listing some questions you'd like to ask Bobby.
Come on, Tim.
Look, it's just sliding in that mud.
And we really like to give a huge shout out to our partners in media, MadRam 11, Busted Knuckle. And who do we have? We have Image Off-Road out here, and we have Black Dog Media out here today. We really, really, really appreciate all of them and what they do for the sport. Come on, Timmy.
Oh, I hate that.
He looks like he's okay.
You're gonna roll over. That's how I like to do it. Nice and slow and soft.
Well, one good thing about this mud is it makes for a nice and gentle rollover.
Good job, Tim. You just hitting it, baby.
For those that are asking, Bobby had a time of 27.88. And we're going to see if we can get Mr. Tanner to come into the trailer with us, hang out on the show. So if you guys have questions for Bobby, leave a comment. Stephen Burrows, thanks for watching, you and your daughter Ruby Jean. Glad to have you guys joining us today.
And do we have any questions for Bobby Tanner? I know you guys have some questions. Please list them. Camp Crocker from Cop 4x4. We love you, Camp. If you haven't checked out Cop 4x4, you need to like them. Give them a shout out. Yeah, there it is. Oh, come over. How you doing, everybody? Look who we have. Looky, looky, looky. Just did a big wardrobe change. Man, that was quick.
Yeah, it
From
was quick,
fire
Bobby.
suit to
It's just a
recovery.
vest is all it is. Take a coat off, put a vest on.
Not only does he race, he's also the first one to anybody that needs any kind of recovery on the hill. I don't know how you do it. You're like a ninja on the side of the hill.
It's pretty awesome.
So what do you think of Hill 2 now?
It was pretty intense. I told Sparky there before we left, I said, we're just going to hit it and hope for the best. And I tell you, the rock up there, it's really, really bad when you get up there and look at it, but it didn't slow us down at all. I mean, we had a perfect shot on it. Strolled right over that baby. Wasn't no trouble at all.
You found the line. You made it look easy.
Yeah. We kept deciding, we couldn't decide at the bottom whether we were going to go all the way to the left or all the way to the right. And I told him, I said, when we get up there, we're just going to go. And that's what we did.
All right, we have a couple questions for you. We've been asking people to leave some comments. So what is your favorite size tire, gear ratio, wheelbase?
I like the 43-inch stickies on the tires. Seem like they're just all-terrain better tires, and if you need any of them, Scott Goforth can hook you up on them babies.
Now, you had a little bit of a tire change before the race started. You make that last-minute call, didn't you?
We put the boggers on the back, and on the first hill, I wish I hadn't have done it, because when we got going up to there, it's hard to control the buggy with the boggers on the back because they get so much traction. If I left my stickies all the way around, I think I could have did better on the first hill, but we got going up to there, and we jumped that one ledge there, and it sort of shot us hard to the right. And we got in the trees, and it's probably cost us 3 or 4 seconds at least. So that hurt us on the first hill. I wish I just left my stickies all the way around. It'd been better, I think.
Here's another question: is what got you into the sport?
My 2 boys, Jordan and Ethan, they used to go all the time. They started out with cab trucks back a long time ago. I don't know if you remember that or not.
I remember you guys talking about it. I don't think I ever saw it.
Clive was always around all that stuff, but they got into that stuff, and I told them, I said, boys, y'all wasting y'all's time with that stuff right there, and money. I said, you need to be out working, doing something. I went with them one time. That's all it took. I rode with this old boy in an old cab truck, and we climbed one of the roughest hills around. No seat belts, nothing. I was having to put my hands on the cab of the top of the truck to hold myself down where I wouldn't bust my head, and I thought that was the most exciting thing I ever did. So I bought that truck and one more, and then we bought the orange buggy, and then we went to Screaming Blue.
Now, we have another thing asking, how do I start my daughter in the sport? How did you get your daughter started, sir?
Buy her a buggy. That's all you got to do.
Did you hear that, Stephen Burrows?
That worked for me.
Yeah, Bree's a good example of that. It's an awesome sport. Great people out here.
I miss seeing Shelby out here holding down representing for all the women with me.
Miss Christy Kyle just asked, is Shelby gonna race again?
Probably won't. I mean, she might come again and race with me in my buggy, but I doubt if she ever has her own rig again.
She's got a different kind of race-taking priority now, doesn't she?
Yeah, he's about that tall. But my man Sparky there, he rides with me a lot. We have a good time together. And if I remember this sport, I wouldn't have met people like him and like y'all. I mean,
he's something.
It's just an awesome sport to be in.
Were you in there with him on the hill just now? Oh, I didn't notice. So we've got Tim Sorensen up there still working his way down the hill.
Look at all these people. Bobby, what did you think of the crowd?
I think it's pretty awesome. I mean, the way they've got this set up, this hill and everything, the spectators is really can see good. I mean, it's spectator friendly. And I think, when we're in your area, when Southern Rock Race Series is in your area, please come and watch. We need all the support we can get out here, but still watch too if you can.
Rip asks the question of how can you afford to be in the sport? Well, we speak to a lot of drivers out there, and the number one thing more than money is dedication. We have a lot of drivers out there that are in not the fanciest rigs, but that put the time in. The time and dedication and support from your friends, and especially support from your family to get it done. What do you think, Bob?
I think if it wasn't for Clyde and Jack and Rick at Rick's Powder Coat, I would be into it, because they take my buggy. When we leave here, the buggy goes to them, and I don't see it again until the next race. I mean, they are 100% dedicated to it.
Pretty nice setup.
Very nice. They're dedicated to my rig, and without them, the way my work is now, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So speaking of work, somebody wants to know what you do for a living.
I own a logging company and a sawmill business.
What engine are you running in Screaming Blue right now?
It's a 434 stroker motor, Chevrolet, small block.
And it was just freshened up.
And just freshened up by Rick Powder Coat and all his boys. Thank you, Rick.
So we got Sam Carter on the line. I don't know if you were able to see his first run, Bobby.
Yep.
But the buggy didn't seem to be working as well as it had in the past couple of runs. Did you get an opportunity? I didn't talk to him during the intermission, but it looked like he was struggling a bit more than he was having a little bit more trouble than he normally would.
The second hill, the first hill we did, when you come up over that first, where the rock ledge is at, the more went, the harder that got. Yeah. The wetter it got. Sam, he hasn't been driving that rig long, and he's not real good and used to it yet. He don't know what to do and what he won't do, but give him a little time, he'll come out. He'll be good.
Seat time makes a huge difference.
There's a huge difference, and Sam's a good driver too. You can't hold that from him.
Oh, he was working that rear steer for all he was worth, trying to get up that first ledge.
Yeah. There's very few people that can work that rear steer too.
Steve Howell wants to know if you remember him riding with you up Tub Rock and then halfway up Cable Hill.
Ask Steve, does he remember?
I feel like there's a good story here. Tub Rock, man, I haven't been out there in forever.
Couldn't get Wally back in there?
Nope. I tried.
We are having a great time at the 2018 NRRS Round 1, sponsored by Nitro Gear and Axle. We're on the second hill right now. We have Sam Carter on the line, and we have a very special guest in the SRS studios. We have Mr. Bobby Tanner. I'm Dave Z.
I'm Bree Molitor, and we are hanging out here at Wildcat Offroad Park. If you guys have any last-minute questions for Bobby, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to let him get back out on the hill. Sam Carter just took off.
Up, he's broke on the left driver's side up front. Up.
No.
Oh!
Great save,
save.
Sam.
Back out of it. You got to get down and get a run at it. Come on down. Give you a run at it.
That's pretty slick right there. I know the video don't give the hills very good justice, does it?
No, I know it was what we're always saying is it's way more intimidating than it looks on camera.
The first round went over that hill. What was that? The Outlaw buggy?
Yeah, that was the four-cylinder Outlaw
Man,
buggy.
he smoked it, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it looked like the ledge wasn't even there. I was like, what? Where did it go?
There was a big stump right there too, right where Sam's front tire
Yeah, I
is.
think Bubba took that out.
And he went right over that thing.
Come on, Sam.
And the more that goes on this hill, the worse it'll get.
We've already got way more of a ledge there at the bottom than there was at the start of this.
Yeah, it was probably, I'd say it was 2 foot tall, that ledge right there is. And it had like a cut back into it. Last year that was pretty well full of dirt right there. We could get over it better. But it's gone now.
And this mud makes a difference.
I like mud though. The harder the better.
And you're watching Sam Carter in his TC built buggy, Plum Buck. That gives you a bit more perspective, that angle on that rock face right there. But what it doesn't do is show how straight up you are.
Remember last year right there, Randall rode from right there all the way down into that mud hole.
There's a better angle to see how steep it is too, leading up to this ledge.
It really doesn't look that steep from here, does it?
A lot different when you're standing at the bottom of it looking up.
A lot different when you're in the behind that driver's wheel too. Looking up.
We're getting close to the end of Sam's
Sky,
allotted
trees,
time.
mud, sky. And is he broke?
Well, thanks everybody for watching this. Keep watching, and God bless everybody. I gotta get back out there. It's about time for Randall to go.
Thanks for joining us,
Thank
Bobby.
you, Mr. Tanner.
Well done out there.
You gonna sit with us, Sparky? Yeah.
Man, Sam is giving it all he's got out there.
Come on, Sam.
Oh! Man, he's just skating back and
What a
forth.
beat down on this thing.
Got 10 seconds. 10 seconds till he times out. You got to hit it hard to make it.
We've got another guest joining us here in the trailer. Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell us where you're from.
Jason Sparks. I'm from Somerset, Kentucky, which is about
But
30 miles from here.
But y'all know him as Sparky.
Sparky. Yeah.
That's right. There he is. Come on, Sam.
Oh, he about had it.
That's it.
And it looks like that's time.
Heck of a try there, Sam.
What an unbelievable and unforgettable performance from Sam. He did what he could. For those of you joining us, this is 2018 NRRS Round 1, sponsored by Nitro Gear and Axle. Currently, our leader is Bobby Tanner. Bobby Tanner on Hill 2 with a time of 27.88. That's right, the time to beat is 27.88. In second place on Hill 2 is Gilbert Hollingsworth with a 54.15. And then in third place on this hill is none other than Bubba Bacon with a 100.17 seconds. We've had Roland Kirkus roll down the hill, no pun intended. Will Stewart, who gave it all he had, he was a DNF. And then we had Timmy Sorensen, Timmy Chuck Racing, with a pretty much a beatdown, wouldn't you say? And there you just saw Sam Carter whoop that thing. Look who's on the line, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Timmy Cameron on the line. Y'all ready for this? Sparky, what do you think of the action outside, man?
Love it. It's a good sport. Good family event. My daughter's here with me. She was cheering me on.
And you were riding with Bobby on Hill 2. Were you with him on Hill 1? Or,
Yeah.
So you riding along. Tell us what that's like.
It's a blast. You can't explain it. Bobby's a good guy. Super guy.
You just hang on and, like a roller coaster ride or something, you know, you get in and hang on and have fun?
Yep. Just hang on and wait for see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't said this in about a half an hour, but do us a favor, all the drivers would appreciate it. If you like what we're doing, if you love the sport, hit that share button. Share it for us, please. Be greatly appreciated. We're a Wildcat Offroad Park. I'm Dave Z.
I'm Bree Molitor, and we've got Mr. Jason Sparky, joining us in the trailer right now. For everyone that's been asking about Mr. Timmy Cameron, I hope you're all tuned in because he is on the starting line.
This is it. Tim's got a lot on the line here. He's a three-time national champion. He's going for his fourth in the bouncer class this year. But the field of bouncers is so tight right now and so tough. You've got Team Bacon Racing. You've got Davis Racing, Brandon Davis, Cheryl Davis. Man, they're tough, you know, and just so consistent. And how could you forget these hometown heroes, the Hollingsworths? Hey, man, what's it like just being in this area of Kentucky, man? It's so saturated with off-road culture, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of off-road and just different things. Four-wheelers, motorcycles, all, the full rock bouncers, just everywhere. There's a lot of places to ride.
You know, it's just so amazing to me how on a Friday, people came out to the UTV event yesterday to watch you race and to watch, everybody race. I've never seen it on like a Friday so saturated with people out at an event.
Yeah, this is a close event for me, and the rest of them are pretty good, ways. So there's not many opportunities for us to see the Southern Rock racing when they come.
Right on. And it was great seeing you race. I personally haven't seen you race live in a minute, so it was really great seeing you come on out and do your thing, man.
But still tuning, trying to get the thing running right.
That's right.
So for anybody that's just tuning in, we've had a couple people asking where we are. We're here at Wildcat Offroad Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky. This is round 1 of the Northern Rock Racing Series. We are on Hill 2, about halfway through our driver list, maybe not quite. So there's still plenty of action left. Timmy Cameron sitting on the line. We're getting a few things straightened out with our camera feed here to make sure everything stays running smoothly. If you guys have another driver that you want us to pull into the trailer and ask them some questions, have them spend some time in here, then let us know. Let us know who you want to see. And we will do what we can. If you want to attend one of these races, you need to go to SRRS.rocks, check out the event schedule, plan a weekend to come see all this in person.
Timmy Cameron. Well, you
Well,
know
it
what
looks
this
like Timmy
means.
is broke. That was an unexpected
Yeah.
turn of events.
And Timmy has to be incredibly disappointed right now.
He come out here and gave it a dog's try. Y'all pay him off, man. Pay him off. We appreciate you, Tim. Say it all the way.
Well, you can't win them all.
No.
It happens to the best of them.
We will try to get Timmy in here to see what happened. All right. Where's everybody in that Bacon Nation? We got Tim Bacon on the line.
Just go ahead and stay down that way where you're standing.
Tiff says to bring Jack in here. I don't know. Jack might not forgive us if we make him come be on camera. Although we did make him practice while we were in the truck on the way here.
So Timmy Cameron, in a wild turn of events, was broke. Now, Sparky, did you think he was broke after the first hill?
I think that's what they said. They thought the rear end or something had let go.
Look at that, baby!
What y'all are seeing is them cut boggers that Timothy runs.
I mean, what can you say about that?
Man, he's like right there.
What can you say about that? Tim Bacon.
Yeah, horsepower is good most of the time, but oh man, these guys are having some rough luck out there right now.
All right, for those of you tuning in, we have Bobby Tanner sitting in first place on Hill 2 with a 27.88. Gilbert Hollingsworth in second place with a 54.15. Bubba Bacon with a 100.17. Now, the next bunch of drivers were DNFs. They either rolled over or couldn't make the hill in time. Roland Kirkus, Will Stewart, Timmy Chuck Racing, Sam Carter, Tim Cameron, Tim Bacon. And on deck we have Adam Ringer. We are going to a commercial and we will be back. We are not going to a commercial. How about that? We paid enough bills.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Looks like we're able to get Tim Bacon's able to get off the hill pretty quickly here, so we'll just keep things rolling.
Somebody said they wanted to see Steve Howell in here sitting in. We'd love to have Steve Howell sit in with us one day. Steve, that's an open invitation. Anytime you're at the race, we got a seat open for you, brother. Come ride with us. He is a very inspirational dude. We appreciate everybody tuning into the 2018 Northern Rock Racing Series. Hill number 2. This is the third leg in the National Rock Racing Championship points race. Where are we going to be next, Bree?
Bikini Bottoms.
Bikini
I almost
Bottoms.
forgot.
That's a quick jaunt from my house. It's about 45 minutes from me in West Tennessee. And Bikini Bottoms has an amazing spectator viewing area. What do you think about it, Bikini Bottoms?
I love it there. He always puts on a good show.
For sure. It does get muddy there. It kind of reminds me of Wildcat in a way.
Yeah,
where
it's
it
definitely
is,
muddy.
Yes. If it's raining,
Great.
you better bring those boots. And it's that sticky stuff, too.
Even better.
You had 4 inches of rain before we came or something.
Somebody asked about Adam Ringer. Well, he and Showgirl are sitting on the line, getting ready to see what those Rockwells can do.
Had a really good year so times. Basically won a bounty hill in California.
Like.
He's back up. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this.
Picked up a tree branch there, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time watching some rock bouncing, this is what it's all about right here.
So apparently Adam didn't like his first line, decided to roll right on over to the other side of the hill.
All right.
And now he's gonna back up it.
That's a lot of seat time and a lot of experience right there. He's really, really familiar with that buggy, and it shows.
Well, he may be calling it quits. I don't know.
Sandy Carter, Sam Carter made us all proud. Absolutely. If you guys missed, anybody out there missed Sam Carter's run, once this is over, you need to rewind and go check out Sam Carter's run. He beat the fire. He beat the fire out of Plum Buck.
He sure did. He put a whooping down on that hill, did everything he could. So it looks like Adam Ringer, oh yeah, well, he's got a pretty serious flat tire there.
And that farmer seen better days.
That was a heck of a job, Mr. Ringer. I really appreciate it. That was a good show, good save.
Yeah. Speak about poor Jack. Poor Jack.
All right, Jack, come on.
That's our guy right there. I feel like you and I are part of Venom Racing at this point, don't you, Britt?
We're honorary Venom Racing crew members.
We have got Jack Porter on the line.
Jack Attack.
He's a man with many hats. He's Bobby Tanner's and Screamin' Blues mechanic. He keeps Screamin' Blue going.
Pretty much he does a little bit of everything.
He keeps Venom going.
Jack of all trades.
Ha-ha, I see what you did there. My name is Dave Z, and I'm hanging out with my partner in crime, Bree Molitor.
That's
and
right.
we are bringing you the 2018 Northern Rock Racing Series Round 1, sponsored by Nitro Gear and Axle. We want to thank Jason Sparks for sitting in with us. Sparky, we appreciate it, brother. We're at Wildcat Offroad Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky, right outside of London. Jack shared with us before this run on our, well, we all travel together, Bree, myself, Jack, and Jack's got a few things planned. Blue and Venom.
Yeah.
Black shared with us that he's going to make a few changes to Venom in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of exciting.
So So far, Jack's staying on all fours. That's good.
That's a good thing.
Doing what he can on this hill.
And to give you guys an idea of come on, Jack.
Come on, Jack.
Get it, Jack.
Stay in it. No. I can't watch.
Great save, Jack Porter. You're trying to neutral drop it. Yes!
Oh, you can tell he wants it. Come on, Jack.
Is that Jack Porter or CJ Bynum in that buggy? I think the spirit of CJ Bynum is in that buggy. Jack, come on, it's your last shot. Well, it's going to be a long ride home, ladies and gentlemen, with Jack Porter. What a show he put on for us.
Well done, Jack. We got Ryan Boyd on the line, ready for his shot at this hill.
And for those of you just tuning in, this is 2018 National Rock Racing Association's Northern Rock Racing Series Round 1, sponsored by Nitro Gear and Axle. My name is Dave Z, and I'm hanging out with my partner in crime, Bree Molitor, and we're a Wildcat Offroad in East Bernstadt, Kentucky. East Bernstadt, it's about 10 miles from London, Kentucky. Beautiful country. And Ryan Boyd is on the line.
It's going to take a lot of speed to get a good roll, so you just hit it hard and fast.
Now on Hill 2, we are on Hill 2 in the bouncer class today. We've completed one hill. We are on the second hill. Bobby Tanner is currently our leader with a time of 27.88. Gilbert Hollingsworth is in second place with a 54.15, and Bubba Bacon in third place with a 100.17.
Man, that hill is throwing everybody left.
There you go. We had a rock blocking and he rolled that rock out of the way.
Oh, nice save.
And Jake Berkey. Oh, that's not Jake Berkey. That's Ryan Boyd. That was a Jake Berkey trademark move. This guy can drive. That would pretty much be impossible, Tiffany.
Man, this hill is claiming some victims today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the RCV recovery crew hitting the scene. We are going to be right back to check out some more action. Don't go anywhere.
affordable EFI is in sight now with Sniper EFI from Holley. Easy to install, self-tunes, and replaces most 4-barrel carbs. Forget cold start issues, hesitations, vapor lock, and flooding. Get big performance starting at just $999.95. Sniper EFI.
Power, progression, determination, innovation, experience, speed. We are Super ATV. With industry-leading suspension, heavy-duty Rhino brand axles, and all-out performance tuning, let Super ATV fuel your off-road passion. Visit superatv.com.
Hey everybody, this is Dave Z.
And Bree Molitor.
And you guys are Hillside Live with the 2018 Northern Rock Racing Series, Leg 1 in the Northern Series, right?
Well, yeah.
Leg 1. It's the first race for the NRRS. We've already completed one with the Central Series and one with the Southern Series. So after today, we will be 3 races in out of a 10-race series. It has been an unbelievable day here in East Bernstadt, Kentucky. Currently, you see Ryan Boyd on his lid, and what a show he put on for us. Bree?
Everyone's putting on a show today. This hill is proven to be pretty difficult. You know, I said I was curious to see how this one was going to go compared to Hill 1, and it has not disappointed with the action we've been seeing. A lot of rollovers, a lot of breakage, just a lot of DNFs in general.
But I wasn't.
Few people making it look easy though.
Yeah. Speaking of one of them, Bobby Tanner.
Yeah.
Bobby Tanner just lit that hill up. Now, at that point, Gilbert Hollingsworth had a 54-second run.
Gilbert did really make that ledge look like it wasn't even there. He just got hung up on a tree. Unfortunately, could not get out of the tree at the top. So, yeah, and then Bubba we've got sitting in 3rd place for Hill 2 currently. Bubba Bacon.
If that gives you guys any perspective, Bubba Bacon with a 100-second run, 100.17. There were only 3 people so far out of 11 that have made this hill.
Oh, yeah.
3 people out of 11.
A very good indicator of the difficulty of this hill.
3 out of 12 made the hill.
Does anybody want to see Jack Porter?
Absolutely. Come on in, Jack. Come on, buddy.
Come on, Jack. You can't say no while we're live.
This is our friend, our chauffeur, and our entertainment for the day, Mr. Jack Porter of Venom Racing. How you doing, buddy?
He loves it when we do this. He just pretends that he doesn't like it. Isn't that right, Jack?
I pretty much hate it.
Okay, so first hill, Venom laid over again, but second hill, you made it all the way over and back on all 4s again. Yeah. So tell us what happened on hill 2.
Pretty much having a little tuning issues at this race. It ran great yesterday. Today, just don't want to run for nothing. Got up on top of the rock once and went in it, and there wasn't nothing there. So by that point, I got mad and just pretty much just put on a show.
Yeah.
I had a couple decent saves, it seemed like.
You did.
Unbelievable saves.
Yeah. We were really rooting for you.
Yeah. They called me off because the setup broke. I ain't figured out what broke yet. But.
Tiffany was concerned that was a seatbelt hanging out after your rollover, but it wasn't.
No, it was an air tube for the fresh air.
We take safety very seriously here. We wouldn't let anything like that happen. Yeah. Clyde said that's the air conditioning.
So, coming up next, we've got the outlaw himself. What do you predict out of Clayton?
He's either going to beat Bobby or he ain't.
Succinctly put by Jack Porter.
The ledge is pretty nasty. I mean, as long as you can hit it right and get over there, and the farmer's probably not going to help him too much on that rock if he gets hung up. But
it's really been throwing everybody to the left.
I knew from the get-go it was going to throw you to the left. It's just if you can stay in it and keep the momentum moving, it'd go right at the top. But if you hit it and it just slows you down,
Kind of had to skate the back end over there
Pretty
with
much.
it if you wanted to keep following that line to the top.
Now, if Clayton can have a decent run here, that will probably put him on top of the podium for the day. So I think Clayton's just thinking about making this hill.
yeah. Well, he's gonna have to make it pretty quick because Bobby had a pretty decent time on the first hill.
Absolutely.
Which, you know me, I'm gonna root for Bobby Tanner all the time.
You got to.
I think that we need to have Venom and Blue spending a little more time together and rub off a little bit.
Rub off on Venom a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I got some changes after this race. We finally, I thought I had it running better. We're going to go back and deal with fast and see if we can do something a little different. Change up a few things, get it running good, try to get it a little wider so it stayed on the ground. And
No more fainting goat.
yeah, she's a little narrow. The first hill, it got a little far left. I wanted to go and try to save it, but it just plopped over.
Plopped over. I like it.
Hey, and Bree and I really appreciate you guys spending your Saturday afternoon with us. And if you love the sport of rock bouncing, if you're new to the sport of rock bouncing, if you like what you see and you want to show the driver some love, do us a favor and hit that share button. Like it. You know what? Throw that heart up there, man. Throw it up there.
What do you think about the crowd we've got out here today, Jack?
It's a spectacular crowd. We were looking, when we were all viewing the second hill, we all looked out and said, dang, what a crowd.
What we like to see out here, isn't it?
Yes.
Kentucky has come out full force
Yes, they have.
to see some action.
Kentucky's a very big off-road state, so they're always usually a good crowd at any of the Kentucky events we have. And Wildcat does a very good job with the way they set up our area over here for spectators.
And we are not done. We are not done with hill number 2. We still have a heck of a lineup. So don't go anywhere.
He's running 7 stages of nitrous, turning around 800 horses on pure motor. When he adds all that to it, he's probably $1 million easily.
Well,
Trying to get Mr. Ryan Boyd off the hill here.
Pretty tricky spot to have to do recovery on. I've done recovery on it last year when we were here. And it's no fun to get in there, especially as muddy as it gets out there.
Absolutely killed it. Like I said, leading the first hill in time, second hill's key. Combined times will determine your winner.
What are your podium predictions for today, Jack?
hold on. Let me guess, Jack. Bobby Tanner.
Bobby Tanner.
Mr. Papa Hollingsworth.
I'm almost wanting to think both the Hollingworth.
Oh, that would be, you know what? That would be apropos to have both of the Hollingsworths who live a stone's throw away from Wildcat Offroad Park to have them both on the podium.
I say it's really good for Gilbert if he gets on it, being the first one to run on both hills. I mean, going in blind, not watching anybody is not the funnest thing to do. I mean, on the first hill, I went ahead and let him go first because I don't like going first.
No.
I don't think anybody really likes going first. Not that I've ever met anyway.
Yeah, I mean, even going second is not that much fun because you get to only watch one guy.
Now, Stephanie, we have a question from Stephanie asking, do they typically run the same hills every year? Great question, Stephanie. You know, there are some iconic hills, like in Gray Rock, Cable Hill. There are some just really amazing hills that, if you're at the park, you're going to run it. But Clyde, who puts on these events, Clyde really loves coming out here and picking out new hills and new challenges, and the drivers really like it also because, you know, the same old hills year after year could get mundane.
Yeah.
So they like keeping things fresh.
Clyde likes to keep everybody on their toes.
Absolutely.
And you never know. I mean, and each park really lends itself to how the hill is going, how the race will be laid out as well. What kind of natural obstacles and, things that are at the park. So it's really cool to see how different, each race course can be depending on where you are. And Clyde's so good at, keeping everything such a good mixture, well-rounded for all the drivers for each race. I don't know. What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, I mean, it all goes by the park that we go to for the event area. I mean, you're only got a selected area where you can go, which, I mean, most of the hills we do are try to do them doable. Where the hill is doable, but, you try to knock down mid-pack.
And I mean, and there's a few components, some spectator.
Wow.
This was actually one of the first events I've really met Clayton was last year here. He's a super nice guy. Last year, he was kind of quiet at first. He didn't know a whole lot of people. And he got opened up.
Clayton was quiet.
But he's a heck of a driver, and he's going to be on up there for sure in whichever he wins. I can tell about right now he's pretty mad.
Wildcat Offroad Park is shaking up.
There he goes.
I mean, it's pretty bad when we can feel the pop of his exhaust way over here.
Clayton Hollingsworth.
We can feel it in the trailer.
69.32 second run. Clayton Hollingsworth, outstanding. That has been the third best time on this hill of the day. 69.32. Putting those farmers to work, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like Matt Schisler. Matt Schisler's on the line. Yeah. Matt came in second on the first hill, the second best time on the first hill. Let's see what that big boy motor can do. Matt's running what, close to 1,200?
It's somewhere in the upper thousands.
Between 11 and 1,200, I believe.
Sure it was somewhere around there. Between 1,100 to 1,500, I think is what it was.
It's up there.
All right, man, put your steering on. Let's go.
Seems like it's running a lot better on this one.
If Matt can make this with a decent time, it's looking like he could be on that podium.
Yeah. I forgot he had such good time. Looks like he's going to do it.
Matt Schisler, baby.
Matt. Nicely done.
Schisler, baby. Matt Schisler. We have a new leader, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Matt
Holy cow.
Schisler.
924.89.
It's my boy Matt.
I'm not going to lie. I was not expecting that.
No. And that was a huge clutch performance from Matt. He had a tremendous run on Hill 1. And then Hill 2?
Yeah, things are looking good for him.
Woo! Congratulations. Just edging out Bobby Tanner on Hill number 2.
Thanks for joining us, Jack Porter. We're going to let him head back out on the hill.
I got my friend and your friend too from Manhattan, Kansas. One of my favorite racers, Mr. Ryan Bramhall. I know it's killing Ryan to be watching this on TV and not be here in the flesh. Can't wait to see you here, buddy. I know everybody's looking forward to seeing you back in the buggy. Speaking about buddies and friends, we got Scott Goforth and Rum Runner. Now Scott promised me he's not worried about the powder coat. We're about to see how serious he is. Oh my goodness! Scott, go for it!
Oh, what is?
Woo! He just edged Bobby Tanner out.
Place?
Scott, go forth in second place. This is unbelievable. What a turn of events. Scott Goforth said he was going to be in at least 5th place overall today. He said at least. And he just did that thing.
That was pretty awesome, and another one that I really wasn't expecting.
All right. Now we have Brandon Davis from Davis Racing in unfinished business. That's right. Timmy Cameron's unfinished business.
Brandon Davis. 24.09.
We have a new leader on this hill, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's safe to say that they have found the line on this hill.
Unbelievable. Brandon Davis is hands down one of the most underrated drivers in the series. Point blank. We have been saying week after week how consistent he is. He seems to always be in the money, period. And being a consistent top 5 driver in the Southern Rock Racing Series speaks volumes. Outstanding run from Brandon Davis.
For a series that is run on points like this, that consistency is really key for these races.
All right, this looks like it may be Nick. Is that Nick Campbell piloting Raging Hornet? Yeah, it's driving like Nick Campbell. This is another 1,000+ horsepower buggy.
He tried for that line and didn't work out quite as smoothly for him. Trip pulling, Timmy's broke. Don't know what exactly, possibly ring and pinion. Shared few teeth, not sure.
And Nick Campbell is out the top with a 54.63 second run. What a day of racing, of ups and downs. And it looks like Jamie Whitaker is on the line. Currently, Brandon Davis is Hill 2's leader with a time of 24.09, and less than a second behind him is Matt Schisler with a 24.89. And right behind those two, sitting in 3rd place on Hill 2, is Scott Goforth, king of the stickies. Here we go with this Ford motor, baby. Let's see if this Ford motor gets us out the top.
Oh, that was probably not how he wanted that line to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, RCV recovery crew on the scene. We will be back in a couple of seconds. Be right back.
No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time. No matter how big or tough the job gets, Alpha Specialties has the trailer that's right for you at a great price.
Whether you're hauling ATVs, bulldozers, or whatever, Alpha Specialties has a lot full of trailers to fit your needs and an experienced service team that'll never let you down. Alpha Specialties is your one-stop shop for quality trailers, parts, and service.
Now offering customized North Star truck beds starting at $1,700 and Mission aluminum enclosed trailers with a lifetime warranty. Whatever you're hauling, Alpha Specialties will get you there.
Hey guys, welcome back to the first round of the Northern Rock Racing Series here at Wildcat Offroad Park in Kentucky. I'm Bree Molitor. I'm with Dave Z here. We are winding down Hill 2 here today. We've been seeing a lot of action on this hill. It's really thrown some of our drivers for a loop today. We've had a lot of rollovers, had some breaks, and then just recently our last few really found the line and dialed in this hill, and we've had some really quick times laid down just with our last couple drivers. So we've got Brandon Davis sitting in first place right now
On Hill 2.
on Hill 2.
But Clayton Hollingsworth took Hill 1. Right now, Brandon, as far as time goes, he is in front with a 24.09 second
Right. Max
run.
Schisler followed him in second place on Hill 2 currently with 24.89. And after that is Mr. Scott Goforth.
That's my guy right there. He predicted that he was going to be at least in the top 5 on the day. We'll see where that all trickles down. And as far as seeing where we are on the day, Clyde Bynum will have those numbers up sometime this evening, and most likely at latest by tomorrow we'll have where everybody is in the total series, the point standing and total series. So Bobby Tanner, what can we say about him? Bobby Tanner really opened it up. Bobby Tanner showed these guys where that line was. He blazed a 27.88 second run, which opened the door, in my opinion, for everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like once they found that line, that was, everyone took the same one straight to the top. Our top 4 right now did anyway. So we've got a recovery going on out on the hill currently.
And we appreciate your patience with the recovery. We're happy to be hanging out with you guys. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments section below. We hope that you're having a good a time watching the action as we are. This has truly been an unbelievable day, Bree. The weather is perfect. The course is unpredictable. I think it was
That's a good word for it.
Yeah, just extremely unpredictable. Hill 1 just was all over the place. Who is this guy? Just walked in. Sir, this is not the bathroom.
Oh, yeah?
You know, if you come in the trailer while we're doing the show, you have to join us, right?
Yeah. We
Who
have
wants to see Adam Ringer on the show?
we have Mr.
Oh, you were saved by the bell.
Good.
Mr. Apollo himself, Mr. Adam Ringer. How you doing, buddy?
Too bad about you.
Good. Adam Ringer with Showgirl. What a show you guys put on.
It's been a good day.
We didn't know if you knew that you lost one of your tires in back. We didn't know at first if you did or not. Well, the
Wasn't
run
worried
was
about
amazing.
that part. We was just trying to get up over top of it.
Amen. So what did you think of Hill 2 from your perspective as a driver?
It's a good hill. You had to pick a line and choose and go for it, not wait around.
Do you think Bobby opened it up for the other people that followed him, showed him that line?
Well, Bobby and Bubba Bacon both. That was Bubba's whole plan the first time. He just spun out the first time.
Right.
So he come back off of it and hit it again. But Gilbert Hollingsworth did a great line.
Mm-hmm.
That left side's what I looked at the whole time when we was doing it. But once Bubba was up there and he spun over there, he tore the stump out that actually made it where it was a jump.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of changed the hill totally. And then you don't get to go up there and watch and see what it actually looks like before you get to hit it. You walk it before, but beyond that, you don't get to see it anymore.
Well, and this is a hill that is not friendly to anyone once you've lost your momentum, too. So if you don't get it on that first shot, I don't know. Everyone is trying to claw their way up, but
It's a little rough.
And we got Scott Goforth's buddy Blake Schultz coming up in the Predator buggy right now. Now, that Predator buggy was working really, really well the last couple of races. It looked like he was having a little bit of a hard time on hill number 1.
That's bad.
oh,
And see what, in my opinion, he turned into the ledge too early and turned left and come into the steep part of the ledge. Where Bobby and everybody went is to the far right and turn once they come into the ledge, which gives them a ramp into, and then they kind of have to spin back around.
yeah.
Because that ledge is 3 foot tall right there in the center.
Kind of do an S.
Yeah, kind of doing that shape.
There.
Yep.
A controlled S, Clyde
When is
says.
any of this stuff controlled?
Yeah, control? Where does that come into play here?
Well, don't you know, Clyde? He's controlling it all from the studio up here. You having a good time, Clyde Bynum?
Always.
That's right.
I don't know why I don't have the air conditioner on in here. It's kind of warm.
Well, you are wearing a fire suit.
Well, it was 30 this morning, so now it's 60.
So does anybody have any questions for Adam Ringer? He's right here. Now's your opportunity. Ask now or forever hold your peace.
It's been a good day.
Man, this park is amazing, Adam.
Good views for spectators and everything is what I really like about it. Anytime that our hills are exposed at a distance where they're in a safe position compared to us and get to see really well, I like it.
I've got a question for you. You travel around a bunch, more than most. Are there any untapped parks that aren't really on the circuits that maybe you'd like to see the series hit one of these days?
There'll be more stuff in the Northeast that nobody really pays attention to. There's a whole lot of population up that way that really enjoys off-roading. Like in May 18th and 19th, we go to Maine, but that's just a separate, like a Bounty Hill event.
That's going to be a huge, that's going to be a huge run. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Joe Pierce is one of the ones that makes it happen.
That's right.
We did it up there in one of his hometown parks, pretty much. It's actually in New Hampshire instead of Maine, but it's close to Joe's house. John and his wife Brenda's who actually puts it on up there. That's Maine Mud Maniac or something. I forget what the event's called, but there's supposed to be about 15 buggies go up there this year.
And it's not just buggies. They have mud trucks. They have all sorts of stuff.
Is that the
Go ahead,
Matrix?
it's business.
The
Go
Matrix
take
calling
it.
you?
You take it here.
That's what it sounded like.
They'll be all right.
Call back later. You hear me?
That's right.
Ryan Bramhall says, "What's up, brother?"
Trevor says, "How heartbroken were you when you broke on the Bounty Hill out at Hammers?"
Well, only problem with that Bounty Hill, that's the second Bounty Hill that the buggy we broke a drive shaft. The first Bounty Hill we broke a drive shaft was a $25,000 AOP Bounty Hill that was a couple years ago. I was 10 seconds faster than anybody and broke 25 feet from the line. And then this one, I was the first one to make it at King of the Hammers.
Get out and run across the finish line.
Well, I want to throw my helmet across it or something.
Some guy named Chad Molitor asked, what motor and tran are you running in Showgirl?
It's an LSX 454 small block, and then a Turbo 400 PTC transmission. Still has Rockwell rear ends in it. Old style stuff compared to what everybody else runs nowadays.
Now, we've been fielding these questions for weeks now. How do you afford a rock mounts or rig? Hang on. What's your day job? And did I lose the chance of having one because I had kids?
No, we'll sell you one. It don't matter if you have kids or not. I got 2 kids of my own, and you can still buy a buggy, but you pretty much got to mortgage your house and give up everything else and just
eat ramen noodles.
Yeah, eat ramen noodles. Luckily, my wife supports me really well, takes care of children, doesn't complain. If I go, she actually enjoys me going to the events and loves that we do it. And they go to some of the close ones, but my children are young, so it's a little harder to travel long distance with them. So,
can we get Showgirl's weight? They're asking for.
Well, it varies a little bit.
You're not supposed to ask a lady's weight.
And she's getting older, so
and so we can't ask her age either. Is that what you're saying?
She gets a little fat and settled down, but it right at 4,680 pounds when it's almost out of fuel and me not in it. It's the only time I've ever weighed it. So
right. Have you dynoed her?
It was dynoed almost 2 years ago. Lane Culver did it for me before I went to Puerto Rico, and it puts like 376 horsepower to the ground at the rear tires.
So for everybody out there who thinks you need to have 1,000+ horsepower buggy to be competitive, look at this guy right here. That's all I got to say.
Everybody always talks like we have big horsepower and stuff, which our motors produce a lot of horsepower. And Timmy's buggy's producing big horsepower, and Sorensen's buggy's producing big horsepower nowadays. But Joe Pierce probably has one of the lowest horsepower buggies in the thing, and he still does great.
I mean, I'd say half the drivers out here really are. I mean, it's still high horsepower.
600 horsepower.
But not everyone's got 1,000 plus, you know, so they're still
and that
moderate.
That brings us to a very relative question where somebody asks, are big cubic inch motors, are they a plus? What number? And I know numbers are very subjective, but
in my opinion, it's not really nothing about cubic inch, because today Gilbert Hardinsworth's running a 4-cylinder, so you can't say it's anything about cubic inch or anything. Power to weight ratio makes a huge difference anytime you're doing uphill stuff. So, and not letting out and picking your line. There's lots of things. When you see buggies that, like Showgirl is built 2011 into 2011, 2012, so, and it still placed 4th at the last race we had.
But traction.
Yeah, traction. Yeah.
I mean, if you've got that power to weight ratio but no traction, what does that even mean? So your suspension.
Yep, suspension. You got to keep wheels on the ground all the time as much as possible. You pretty much have to know when to hold it and when not.
Look.
Are we playing cards?
Well,
pretty much.
Speaking of cards, you know, Tim was the wild card today, Tim Cameron.
Yeah.
We know how disappointed he is right now, and you know he's already he's
worried about the fab work that he actually has to do if he goes and does what he is thinking about doing, which is changing his housings altogether.
Right.
Because it's kind of a shame that he's had problems, but he has big amounts of torque. So, and I still believe, and in my personal opinion, I just believe it's the aluminum center section, because it's a dropout center section, kind of like what Plowboy used to run. Yeah. And Plowboy had lots of problems with the aluminum center section. Bramhall runs a 14-bolt dropout, but it's cast iron. Joe Pierce is running a 14-bolt. Bobby Tanner runs 14-bolt, but their housings are cast iron, so I don't think there's as much deflection. Now, horsepower has a big thing to do that, but Bramhall has big horsepower now, too. And
for sure.
Which hopefully one of these days we get to see you run, Ryan. But,
Ryan who?
Yeah, we're wondering who the Hulk buggy is nowadays.
Is it the Hulk buggy? I don't know.
I haven't heard no words if he changed.
The Hulk's been hanging out with the Avenger. I guess they all went off and hid together.
He's been keeping it under wraps.
He's been vacationing. Tell me he's been keeping it. He's in Jamaica and Vegas. He's been running around
all over the place. So, for those of you who are joining us, we are still in the middle of this unbelievable day here at Wildcat Offroad Park in Eastern Kentucky. My name is Dave Z.
You almost said Dave Bree, didn't you?
I know you. All you guys are calling us Breezy and Dave Breezy and all sorts of crazy things. So you get kind of caught up in that. I'm with Bree Molitor, and we have a very special guest in the studio. We have Adam Ringer. Love when you come in and help us get through a recovery or two. Can we maybe go to the recovery, see where we're at on that, Clyde? I know some people are asking about it. We are working on getting that feed up to you right now. Clyde is doing an amazing job.
I think he needs a couple more arms. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten you in here helping him. I mean,
I'm not that much of a tech person. I usually pay other people for my tech stuff.
That's right.
I know, I'm glad I'm not in charge of any of that.
He'll learn you, though.
I just mess it up.
He'll learn you.
We've been trying to learn him for years, but he just doesn't pay attention.
So where are you from, Adam?
West Virginia, pretty much the dead center of it. Buchanan, West Virginia, where I'm from. And there's hardly anybody that rock bounces from where I'm from. There's been a couple off-road parks come and go that's in our area. We did events up there before, and we did events up at Powerline Park, which is actually in St. Clairsville, Ohio, which is close to West Virginia. But Rush Off-Road is a close park that we run at. It's only 15 miles out of West Virginia.
Now, Adam, there are a bunch of people watching, and I'm putting you on the spot. I apologize. This is just like off-the-cuff thing, right? I don't know whether he wants to talk about it or not. Did you want to talk about Apollo at all?
No, I can. Apollo Group is just a group that I kind of put together and got some of the drivers involved with. It's just none of us drivers are good at PR, in my opinion. Now, there's some drivers that are to a certain extent, but like who's involved with is me and Bobby Tanner and Ryan Bramhall and Joe Pierce and stuff, and just trying to help push the drivers some and do some PR work for them. Same way that Southern Rock Racing is doing, like the drivers' profiles and stuff that they're doing nowadays. Yeah. Apollo Group's just trying to do group things with them, try to push them towards bigger companies and try to get companies involved in our sport, because lots of companies don't even know that rock bouncing exists.
Right.
Well, looky. We got Blake Schultz on the line.
No.
Is that Randall?
Yeah, Randall.
That's Randall.
Speaking of Apollo.
The name's just wrong on the screen right
Yeah.
Yeah, Randall's involved in it. Randall comes and does some of the stuff with us and runs around, and we
and how heartbreaking was it for Randall? Our heart's broken here.
When he broke?
Oh,
well,
no.
See, the problem with Randall is, and he knows it, he don't get to go up and see the hills in person. Yeah. So Bobby tries to describe it a little bit to him. I try to describe some of it to him. And we warned him about that last step when he stepped up there. There was a 2-foot rock ledge. Yeah. But he was having fun, and he told me it was feeling really good to him, and running that rock ledge, and it shot him up real high. And when he landed, he was stealing the fuel real hard, and he snapped the front drive shaft. But we got him back together, and they took and put a whole new drive shaft in it. He had one spare one in his truck, luckily, so hopefully it does good.
We've all been there before. Get a little excited. Yeah. Go up in the gas, come down in the gas.
He's running with his hands, too, so he's strapped in and running everything.
It's amazing what, yes, I can't even begin to try and multitask like that while I'm driving.
So right now we have Brandon Davis currently in first place with a 24.09. That is the time to beat. Matt Schisler right behind him with a 24.89. Scott Goforth Tire with a 27.31, followed by Bobby Tanner with a 27.88. Gilbert Hollingsworth, who trailblazed all of this at the beginning, he was the first one out of the gate today with a 54.15. Followed by Steven Robinson, piloted by Nick Campbell with a 54.63. Clayton, the outlaw Hollingsworth, was 69.32, followed by Bubba Bacon. TBR, baby, 100.17.
Blake Schultz is working his way off the hill.
That's a big smile I see on his face.
And then we've got Randall Key on the starting line.
He should be like last buggy. I think Randall's the last one running.
Randall is the last to run today, and I think there are about 1,000 people here in Kentucky that want to see this man get up that hill.
I love watching Randall run. It amazes me that he comes out in many events he goes to, and he's always there, and he loves it, loves the sport, and he's one of the, in my opinion, one of the ones that help get it to where it's at nowadays.
Absolutely.
If you're a praying type of person, Why don't you send one up right now for Randall Key? A nice, safe trip all the way up that hill.
That's for sure. Bobby's up there against the side of the hill somewhere waiting for him.
You know it. I told Bobby he's like a ninja the way he manages to be the first one to every recovery.
Yeah, the only person a little faster than him is Danny Smith, and he's just not around all the time with our races, but they amaze me.
Now,
And Randall just really wants to finish the hill today, is what he told me. So hopefully he can finish it out because he rode last year on this hill.
Come on,
Randall Key!
Yeah!
He didn't just get up that hill. 30.16.
Yes, you know he's feeling good about
The
that.
crowd is going wild out there.
That's what you talk about. Experienced driver. Even though he drives with hands, he's still experienced driver.
And some people ask, is he disabled? He's not disabled. He's just paralyzed from the waist down.
He just can't use his legs. It's not like no disabled to
Randall
him.
Key is not. Now, who do we? I think this is.
He just
that's
breaking the
Matt.
beam.
He's just breaking the beam. That's Matt Holt. There it is. Matt's getting his 5 points. Matt's buggy isn't done. I saw pictures of it earlier. He promised me not to leak it out, but it is unique, to say the least, and it should be done by next month. We will be seeing it at Bikini Bottoms. And speaking of Bikini Bottoms, we will be there April 28th and April 29th. We will be doing this live. What do you think about Bikini Bottoms, Adam?
I don't know. He was looking at Bree. I was trying to figure out why he was asking Bree about Bikini Bottoms.
She's never been there.
I haven't been before, but I've been hearing a lot of. Basically, I'm prepared for it to either be knee-deep in mud or choking me with dust. So those are the things I've heard about Bikini Bottoms. Neither one makes me very excited about it. So we'll see.
That's pretty much the gist of it, for sure, yeah.
But you can check into SRRS.rocks for the standings. They will either be posted later this evening or early tomorrow. We will have the full standings for the season. As well. I believe, judging from what we've saw today, those standings are going to be shook up a little bit.
Done changed for sure. There's
This
no doubt about it.
opened things up, and we've been needing this, I think, Adam,
I
because
did say I wanted that I would like to see some new folks on the podium. Not that we don't love, all of our winners, but it's a
whole lot more competition, and you have mishaps and bad luck when it comes to break, like Timmy breaking, and then Bubba Bacon having a hard time on a second hill, and it's just things happen like that. That's why it's called rock bouncing. There's no guarantee when it comes to anything. It's
the Matrix again.
Yeah.
Well, and I love to see how we have such a talented group of drivers here that you never really know. It's not the same ones taking home every win. It fluctuates because everyone's so talented and every hill has its own challenges. So never know what you're going to see happen out here. So today was.
So we're going to see you in West Tennessee at Bikini Bottoms April 28th and 29th. You could check out our schedule. You could buy swag. You can check out your favorite drivers' profiles, all at SRRS.rocks. So from Clyde Bynum, Bree Molitor, myself, and Adam Ringer, we appreciate you tuning in today. We had a great time with you. God bless you all, and we'll see you soon.